Okay, we're back in the kitchen. We have our tilapia and it's all thawed out, as you can see here. We have the seasonings, our olive oil. We're not going to use vegetable oil. Vegetable oil is not good. It's not healthy. So we're not going to use that. Breadcrumbs instead of flour. I'm going to have some brown rice. We're going to mix a little pesto inside of the rice and probably add some onions to give it a really good flavor. And then we have our sauteing pot and our spatula back there. We're going to use some frozen vegetables. I'm not going to steam them. I'm going to actually cook them. So I'm going to get everything prepped. And I'll be right back with you. So I have my tilapia out of the package. Gonna put a little garlic seasoning on there, not a whole lot. Add a little of my steak seasoning. And a little salt. Definitely don't use a lot of salt. Just enough. And we do that on both sides. Now we need to get a bowl. Have one here. I'm going to pour our breadcrumbs in there so that we can cover our tilapia with that. And that's it for right now. I have the tilapia brown on both sides. It looks way darker on the camera, but it's actually not that dark. Once we actually get finished with the tilapia, you'll get to see the real color and how everything turned out. We got vegetables in the back there with garlic and butter. And we have our rice, and we're going to add the pesto to that. So I'm going to go over here and grab the pesto. And I'm just adding a spoonful, as you can see. I'm just going to mix that right in there. I think I want to add a little bit more. And get a little bit of salt to add to that. It's cooking a little bit faster now because the water is all gone, and then we added the pesto to it, but as you can see, it's not sticking anywhere, so that's good. Just grab the fork to mix our vegetables in. They're cooking as well. Vegetables are not supposed to cook for hours and hours like you've always been probably taught to cook. Vegetables should still have a little crunchiness to them. It is smelling so good up in here. I'm going to take this over to like where it's more light. You can see the real color of it. See that? That's how your tilapia should look. Golden brown on both sides. It's smelling good. It's smelling really good. That's all done, so I'm turning that off. Now we're just waiting on our vegetables to cook. I want them to get a little darker and a little softer. Alright, so our meal has come together. Now it's time to plate it. I'm going to turn it back off. I'm going to go grab a plate and we can plate our food. Okay, so I brought everything over to my counter, so I'm going to have to keep running back and forth. Gonna actually, okay, it was impossible for me to actually plate the food and hold the phone at the same time. So this is the finished product. Let me bring it over here so you can get a better view. This is our finished product. We have the tilapia on top of our pesto rice with our green beans. You can see the garlic that was inside of our green beans, and it just looks lovely. This is how your meal should turn out once you're finished with everything. I hope you enjoyed the video, and there's more to come. Okay. We're back here with the tilapia, part 2 of our video. Now it's time to flip it over. Look at that color. It's brown. It's a little darker in here, but it's actually brown. We want to bring the water to a boil, and then we'll turn it down once we get the rice in there. So I'm going to put just enough to coat the pan, and then I just moving it around. And then we're going to go over here and grab the tilapia. I just like to pour it on like I'm seasoning it. No, make sure it's coated real good, and then I just kind of rub it around. And I do it on both sides. Okay, make sure it's coated really well on both sides. And I'm going to take it over to my skillet and put it right in there. And it's going to cook. And we have our water boiling, so it's ready for the rice. Okay. Got my instant rice. It's not going to take that long. Pour it in there. Just enough. And that's gonna boil for a while. Make sure you have your dishwash water already ready for you, because you want to clean as you go. You don't want everything just kind of sitting around and all in the way. So make sure that you're cleaning as you go. So I'll just pause the camera for a second so I can get my area a little cleaner. Still putting up some stuff. Actually, I'm going to need the salt for our rice once that gets ready. The rice is definitely cooking, and so is our tilapia. We're probably going to cook it 5 to 6 minutes on each side. We want our coat to be brown, so we're just waiting on that to cook.